guys? Okay. Oh, because y'all requested, it is so crazy trying to do these videos. Shout out to people that really are good at this content creating thing, because it takes a lot of energy. And your girl was outside, and so I'm outside, and it let me tell you what happened. Okay. And I got more videos because I videotaped me outside before I came in. So I know you guys like to hear from the perspective of being on the ground. And I want to just give you a little commentary on that. So this is how it was when you get there. It was people that recognized me, and they were like, you know, Berg, it was men. It was men that recognized me, only two. And they're like, man, Bert, I didn't even know they were Tiffany supporters. Now, one I did know, and I knew because sometimes when we're at the I've seen him at the board meeting go through the back door before. So I knew that he was a Tiffany Henyard supporter. I didn't know. I didn't know if somebody let him in, because it was that crowded day back in June. So I'm just gonna give y'all what I saw on the ground. So hit the like button, and this is per request. Y'all had so many questions for me, so I want to make sure I cover it all. So it was their time to speak. So they wanted to speak, and that is the supporters of Tiffany Henyard. Did I know this was going on? No, I totally missed it. I don't know because I was busy today. I don't know if I missed it. It was posted somewhere. You guys let me know. I didn't see the posting. I didn't go looking for the posting. So I don't know. So Mama Hill called me, and that's how I found out. Then a neighbor called me. When Mama Hill called me, and yes, she can get me, I'll ride for Mama Hill. But a neighbor called me, and she was like, you know, Berg, would you go up there? I really want to see what's going on. And she's an elder. So I said, okay, I'm going to go up there. Now, neither of them told me it was a Tiffany Henyard press conference. They just told me to go up to this 141 whatever building. So I get up there, and I see everyone from the Clean House 2025 campaign sort of passing by me, because it was traffic trying to get in that small parking lot. So I was like, okay, well, let me see if I know somebody, because I was like, I'm not sure if they're going to let me in. Because I didn't know this was a Tiffany Henyard event. I didn't know what was going on. It just said it's going on. I didn't know if it was Tiffany. I didn't know if it was Jason, and I didn't know if it was what's the Miss Jordan. I didn't know. So when I got there, I saw an activist that I knew from I met him at the big meeting that day when Jedediah ran up to the podium against Andrew. I forgot what month that was. That was the same month I spoke, so it might have been June. Yep. So I saw him, and I said, hey, you know, what's going on? And he was just kind of silent. And I was like, okay. So I said, I just saw Tiffany Tahoe leave, the Tahoe truck leave. So I said, is she gone? So at this point, as he's passing, I'm giving y'all the rundown. He's telling me what's going on. People are leaving. I still see people parking. I see Miss Stubbs pass me. So I'll do the other video later today. So or in the morning, because I'm going out now tonight. But let me say hello, y'all. I'm sorry, Cynthia. Hey, Critical. Okay, y'all saw it on Facebook. Critical, they missed you today. I didn't know what was going on today. I didn't. So I saw a parking space, so I parked, walked over, and I saw Andrew Holmes leave. So I was like, now I'm confusion on what's going on. Is this authority thing? I didn't know what was going on, because like I said, I saw a mixture of people. So when I walked in, Tiffany was at the mic. So I said, oh, this is a Tiffany Henyard event. Then I got my camera on. Y'all saw that when the lady asked me if I was media. And I said, yeah. She's like, I had to stand over there. But y'all know I had broke my phone. I need to just go to T-Mobile and go get a new phone. I need to work on that next week. So I stood over there, and it was Regina Waldrop was there. That's what I wanted people to pay attention to, because during Kamal's speech, we never heard Kamal speak. So I thought it was interesting. So you walk in there. If you want to, it's affidavits to be signed if you were there. You only can sign the affidavit if you were at that Thornton Township caucus and you could not get in. That's the only way you could sign the affidavit. They asked you, so you have to sign a sworn affidavit. I had to swear I was there if I was signing. You had to have an ID to prove that you lived in Thornton Township if you signed the affidavit. And you had to tell them like, hey, I got there at what time and what time I left, which is easy for me to do because everything I did was on camera. So I know for a fact those people couldn't get in. I saw the whole thing with my own eyes. Y'all saw it. They couldn't get in. It was people going up and down the block. If you weren't invited to that party, you could not get in, you guys. It's just factual. So it was another young lady. She spoke and she said something I didn't even think about. She said, the news crew, y'all was there setting up and y'all didn't even cover for the public to know that it was a party going on before the event. Now, this is my thoughts on the situation, whether you love Tiffany or hate Tiffany. By the way, for you people that it's a lot of cowardly things are going on. A lot of cowardly things are going on. You can get talked about in that face group over there. They'll block you from even defending yourself. People talk about me all the time. I have nothing to do with politics. I'm a YouTuber, but for some reason, it's just a lot of bullying. And then if you try to defend yourself, they block you. The caucus thing, that was kind of, I was at the window. I could show you the point. They were letting their people in, trying to, until they saw me there with the camera, because they were like, the one person recognized me, like, that's Burgundy Blue. That's cowardly. Just let the people in. Everything that's going on, I want y'all to, whether you're a Tiffany Henyard supporter or not, you should be a supporter of people rights. And that's vice versa for Tiffany too. Now, a lot of those videos you should watch when you have time, if you feel like it, because Dolton is a burnout. But this happened over a span of 8 months. Go to some of those videos that Reality Check TV did from the outside, or I did, or Rico did. You actually, now things are looking a little different. You actually can see some people blocking the door, even at the township, and it wasn't Tiffany people. It was not even Tiffany people. So things are tricky because I feel like, and these are my words in my commentary, both sides are wrong. Both sides are wrong. However, if we're talking about just the caucus right now, the Thornton Township caucus, I just don't see why it just wasn't going to be a beat Tiffany at the polls situation. She has enough bad press. You guys are holding up the budget. Things are getting shut down in the township from what I hear. She's not able to really stay afloat to keep the services going. So she should be a easy out, like a strikeout immediately. So I don't understand why it was so, I have to say, it's sneaky. And if you want to say they beat her at her own game, I can give you that. Like, I don't want to argue about that at all. I can give you that. I can't even say, like, I couldn't say if Tiffany didn't have that power, would she had utilized that power? I don't know. I'm just telling you the truth of how I feel. But I think the main thing that people need to look at is the voters being shut out, not allowing the people to vote. It could have been 500 people going in their room, and Tiffany, it would have looked like Tiffany had, 40% of the vote, because the room was already full from the party with Napoleon Harris supporters. You know what I mean? Or 30%, or 20%, or 10%. It could be everything. It could be anything like that. But it's important that people vote. And I don't know anyone that's not just sound mind who would think it's cool for the people to be shut out once again, if you were rooting for the people that were shut out in Dolton, right? So if you're rooting for us that couldn't get into the board meetings in Dolton, right, and fighting for that, how could you let somebody else do that again? I think that's where I get confused at. You know what I mean? Like, how is that okay? You know, I know you don't like Tiffany. I know all of that. I get it. I get it. I don't argue with people with that. If you don't like her, you don't like her. But your vote should count. Okay. If you want to vote for Napoleon, you vote for Napoleon. You want to vote for Tiffany, you vote for Tiffany. But the purpose of the caucus, anyone could have been on the floor. Now, it's going to be several things about this caucus that I know it's going to be weird, because she's going to have that full slate. That was one of the rules. And then another rule they pulled up was that you cannot hold an office within the year. So that was a wordplay, right? So if Tiffany is out in February, right, of Dolton, okay, as the mayor, let's say she doesn't become mayor of Dolton, she would be just open to just be the supervisor. She's still going to be the supervisor of the township. She's still going to finish her term. They put in, it had to be a whole year you had to be removed from office. And because technically Tiffany would not even be in office if she was to lose. So they did a little wordplay there. So she's fighting like 3 different battles on the rules that came out just in July. Just in July. I think that's something for people to look at, you know, because this one lady had me cracking up. I was trying not to laugh, y'all. So, she said that she was on the ramp, and you guys could see from my video, when I did it. Let me see if I can share it with you. Hit the like button if you're here. Oh, Sister E on, I'm missing her. Oh no, I like her show. Let me go on over to the videos. I love to listen to somebody intellectually tell us what's going on. Because I be sitting over here like, this is too much going on with Dolton. Oh my God. Hold on. Let me pull this up. So this lady was on the ramp, and she's absolutely positively right. I was there. I saw it. And it made me think of the club. You ever been in the club in line, and then the bouncer like, you. That's how it was. And she wasn't telling a fib. She actually was. It was for real. It was for real. They were like choosing you're in VIP. And she had me cracking up when she said that, because I was there to witness it. So if you're not there and you're just taking, like, I can't believe how many people believe Tiffany was late. Like, and I loved when people started to say, keep quiet. Hold on. Let me see. I'll try to take my mute off, my sound off. And thanks for being here, y'all. So let me see if I can get to the part with the ramp. So okay, so this, you could sort of see the ramp. So I'm on the side of the building. So that ramp, let's see. I was trying to get the best angle I could. So as I'm walking up to the left is the ramp, but I think in the window you could see, you see me looking through the window. People were calling people on the phone, and you start to see there's the ramp up there. Look at all those people. That's a good view of the ramp. So that's the way you had to go in, but people on the side. And this is another, I want to show y'all this. This man right here, it was cold. Okay. So you could get on the warming vans. Let's see if I can show you. Sorry, y'all, my lens was so broke. Is broke. Let's see if y'all could see. It's a warming van, and what happened was, it was people in wheelchairs out there in the cold. So they were trying to like get people in the walker. You see that man right there? He's like, man, he was in line, and Officer Terry put him in the warming van because now he's clearly willing in line, and Officer Terry put him in the warming van because it was too cold for people to stand out there. So all of these people, it said the caucus started at 7. You know, the caucus ended at 7:06. 7:07. I think it was only 7 minutes long. They started on time. People were able to live stream. And that's it. Who blocked you for your vote? If you couldn't get in, you couldn't vote. Look, he's trying to get the man in the van over there. It was too cold for him to be out there. It was just too cold. Yeah, you get blocked. Now, it was people parked waiting in line. I parked at the Homewood Library. So no, all these people didn't come off the van or anything like that. It was people of all ages out there. And you just couldn't get in. So if you couldn't get in, you couldn't say you couldn't nominate anyone. That's how your vote got blocked. Okay. Hey Brandon, thanks for being here. Oh, Kamal, he really, hey mom's YouTube account. Kamal shocked me speaking out. So I want to talk about that part too. So I just like to give y'all what I saw. So you know what I experienced, what I saw. I'ma always tell you 100%. Right here. Okay, so like everyone's like, oh, so this dude, he was okay, now all I done been through, y'all. This big grown man, he was like, hey Berg, don't put me on camera. I don't want nobody to know I'm here for Tiffany. And I'm like, but you're a big grown man and he's scared of somebody bullying him on the internet. If you don't, but you know what? I'm not going to say that, because a lot of people aren't used to just trolls and stuff like that. So I guess he just didn't know, you know what I mean? So I'm not going to say that. He probably just didn't want to be bothered, but he was there to support Tiffany. And he was so scared. He was like, will somebody else see my affidavit? And he was so scared. And I said, now that's just sad that the public could shake you up like that. You know what I mean? Sorry, y'all. That the public could shake you up like that, to the point that you are scared that, and you know me, I'm a mild content creator. I don't really put anybody on the camera that don't want to be. I ask and all of that cool stuff if I can. But yeah, he was big and grown, and he was like, I don't want nobody to know I'm here for Tiffany. And it was like spies outside, but not for Tiffany. That's how he said it's spies outside. And I said, oh my God. And I said, you know, fine. Just fine. You know what I mean? But I think that's strange that people are more interested in what's going on here than anywhere else in the world. It's just interesting to me. Like I said, maybe because I see them a lot, so it really doesn't bother me. But okay, so it doesn't move me like where I'm like, like people be like, oh, there go the mayor, let me take a picture of her driving down the street. I'm not gonna do that. She deserves her privacy, even though she's a public servant. If I see Napoleon, if I see one of the trustees, I'm not just gonna throw my camera out there like, aha, you know what I mean? Like, people still deserve their privacy. So when Kamal spoke, okay, so y'all, it was only a few people on the wall. And that was when he mentioned three things. He said, you're Black, you're from Harvey, and you're part of the problem. And I think he was talking directly to Regina Wardrop, because Regina left out after he said that. She left out because he's like, that's my address, not Tiffany's, and you pulled up at my address. Now, I'm not putting anything in any words in his mouth, but that is what 1 + 1 equal 2. I was like, oh. And the media is a problem. I really wish they would give us both sides of the story. I have so much video, y'all, from covering this saga. Even and some I haven't released. And one video I have is of Regina. We were all locked out, and Regina wanted one person to get into the building, and she said, hey, in order for you to get, and I have it in the building, she said, in order for you, she said, do you want to come in the building? And the young lady said, yeah. She said, okay, you want to be my intern? And the young lady said, yeah. She said, okay, you can be my intern. The rest of us were standing outside, and she let her in the building. So it's a lot of stuff that, especially when people want exclusives. And, Regina Waldrop, I have no problem with her. I think she's cool. But it is when you only get one side of the story. And that's what Kamal sounded like he was very frustrated about. Yeah. And I think that this is my question for the people that's listening. I have 55 people in here, and y'all won't dare hit the like button. Hit the like button. Consider subscribing. What will happen if you find out that all of this was a big smear campaign? How are you gonna feel if that is the issue? Like I said, when I came on this scene, I had a one-track mind. Tiffany's bad, they're good, right? And as I started to look at everything and have questions, and then started to see, once you have a question, hey conscious, we're back. Once you have a question, they're angry. It's like the people come to attack. I'm the same way with Tiffany. I'm gonna ask Tiffany a question. That one YouTuber she talks about, she wants to possibly have a video with. I know in my head who that is. I know who that is. It's not me, but I know in my head I could just about, I know who it is. Like a smaller YouTuber. And it's somebody that they just give both points of views. Picture it. We're sitting right here. We're fighting for Tiffany's that she asked to be on the ballot. She nominated herself, okay? She went to the floor and nominated herself. She was not heard. That is not right. Miss Cassandra Jordan Hobson is in Dolton, right? I haven't finished all my research about that, but and what? Sorry, y'all. Let me pull that up. She was contested by DeMarcus Quigley, in Dolton. They contested her candidacy as an independent, mayoral candidate, right? I don't agree with that. Let her run. If she did all the right paperwork, she put everything in there. She's a registered voter and all that stuff. Let her run. So I feel the same way. Just so you guys know, any way it goes, I feel like it should be fair across the board, right? So, I have in my head who that YouTuber probably is, because I see that sometimes. And Anton Daniels, he started off with the heaviest interviews. You guys remember that? He had Jason House on there. He had Nikita Cloud on there. He had the trustees on there. And then now he did a video today like, no, this is not fair. Even though he was probably one of the first YouTubers to get that exclusive information, he just stopped covering it because he said, no, the whole thing is a clown show. This is all, as my friends say, this is a bad Tyler Perry stage play, a bad one. It's me. Yeah. So yeah, people are making money off of YouTube off Tiffany Henyard name. I saw one thumbnail today. Let me pull it up on my phone. Did you guys see this thumbnail? Someone said, like, if I wanted to make money, I would probably be the biggest YouTuber, because I could really get any kind of footage at any time, right? If I wanted to do that. And just be with the get along gang, you know what I mean? Someone did something that said Tiffany. What was that? It was, oh my God. I just looked at let me see. Did you guys see? Let me see if I got it. Let me see. Because, oh, it says, and I clicked on it because it had critical in the title. It said Mayor critical. Mayor Tiffany Henyard rushed to ICU after heated altercation with angry something, and they got her laying in a hospital bed. I was like, come on, y'all. But hey, if the people are clicking on it and the people are coming home and making money off of it, I guess. But I think if you're a vlogger that cares about the residents, just give the whole side of the story. You even can tell people who you prefer to vote for, who you side you on. That's all fun. That's fair. But I don't think we should be doing stuff like just giving one side of the story. And so, and full transparency, I know a lot of vloggers that started off one way, and even behind the scenes they be like, Berg, oh my god, I didn't know it was this bad. And I'd be like, yeah. I'd be like, yeah. Yeah. What you think? What you think? We had a whole tragedy in my house, a whole tragedy, and they came at me even harder. They were dead set on ruining my life, y'all, and I would never lie about that. Y'all saw it for happen for on, and I would have never thought it would have been like that. So when I talked to Jason House and was like, hey, you know what's going on with my family, just think about it. They were running around the internet saying I wasn't a registered voter. I never lived in Dolton. I never worked for Dolton. Now some of them saying I work for Dolton now. And they changed the story so much. I'm like, okay, y'all, just look at when the stories are never completed. All these allegations against Tiffany, nothing's completed. Nothing has not one thing has been true. Been founded is what the word I want to say. Hasn't been founded. I don't know if it's true or not. The FBI is supposed to be here. They minded their business. Lacey enjoying his retirement. Like, y'all, these are real people with real lives. So I felt what Kamal said when he said, you standing outside my address, not hers, go to her address. And I even know, like, the rent, I cannot wait to see about this eviction thing, y'all. Is anyone, put a 1 in the chat if you believe Tiffany just stopped paying her rent after 4 years. Put a 1 for yes or 2 for no. I cannot wait to hear about the eviction situation. I want to see how that ends. I want to see how this ends. Nothing ever ends. It never, it's like really all the stories. And you know what? Even the most salacious stories, that I think they're going to harm other people's lives, because some people, I believe, they rolling with it. Every person you saw that said Tiffany did something to them, they're running for something right now. Every single person, they're running for something, or they're trying to get their job back. But right now, just look at the people running that are all the victims of what Tiffany did to them. Not saying that I was not there, don't know what they went through, right? However, I can look and say, wait a minute now this is strange. This is suspicious. Yeah, so that's all I want to say. So I saw on the ground, but yes, to hear Kamal talk today was interesting. Quigley. I can never say his name right. Is that it, Quigley? That, because I know I was all the way in the back, y'all. Let's see. I think this is okay. That was Kamal. This is Quigley, so y'all know, because a lot of y'all was like, "Who is that talking?" Let me see. He said he used to work for Napoleon Harris for the Beggar's Pizza chain, and he went in. And I was just like, wow. So, okay, how I feel about this as well. At the end, now, okay, this is how I feel. This is how I feel about this part. Now y'all want to talk. Why y'all ain't been? Why? I guess it would have been just a bunch of back and forth. But I always wish that everybody would have said something when everything was going on. I'm like, now y'all want to say something? Y'all should have said at those board meetings. All of these people should have been at the podium. That's my thoughts. But that's just my opinion. Would they be able to have their voices heard, or would it be a bunch of people just screaming over them? You know what I mean? Screaming over them the whole time. Sorry, you guys. I really have hiccups today. I don't know what's going on. Besides me in this Pellegrino. Okay. So what happens here for us? Because the one lady talked about YouTubers. Man, everybody turned around and looked at me. I said, why are you doing anything? Why y'all ain't looking at me? Okay. So she was saying, like, she had a message for the YouTubers. I'm clipping all this stuff so other people could use it, because it was so hard for me to really get in there, because I didn't even know what was going on. I was all the way in the back. But she said, like, it's a special place for people that just are doing what they're doing. And she's still a human being. And I think it kind of is weird that Conscious, I keep on bringing this up, got the warrant list before anyone. Jason House sent the warrant list before they put it on the Jumbotron, before they would give it to Trina Downs, before they would give it to Burgundy Blue. They gave it to Conscious. Euphoria. They do not answer. So lawsuits are coming. I already know. They do not answer. They gave it to a content creator. And then we look on the warrant list and we see Amazon, and it's itemized. So now we know where the money went. But Lori Lightfoot didn't itemize anything for us. She just wanted that $40,000, which everybody was in the room with me. I was like, what? $40,000 on Amazon? So it looked like to me that somebody spent $40,000 at Amazon in one day. And now I'm seeing this itemized list that Conscious on YouTube has. And I'm like, oh, office supplies, computer, da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da. You see everything, dog food for the K9 unit, all from Amazon. But they don't tell us that. They just make everything so salacious, if that's the word I want to use. So much drama. And then I saw on the other warrant list all these, you guys, all these leases. The Tahoe is not even the problem. After you see the rest of those leases, please check out the warrant list. That Tahoe wasn't even our biggest issue. So I think we should sit back. It would be great if just one big YouTuber, that would just cover another side for one day, just for one, not for a 6-minute clip, and say, hey y'all, you know what? This is what I don't think is right here, and then I don't think this is right here. And just give it to us that way. Okay. The Conscious ain't playing no games. Okay, I want to play a little bit of Anti-Daniels video. And you guys, I did put the video up of Kamal speaking. He said, I go broke. I was like, okay, Kamal. He said, because you're my lady. Kamal was up there. Did y'all hear Kamal talk about his divorce? Now, the divorce thing, come on, y'all. Y'all was running. I said this from the beginning. I said, well, if the lady didn't know Tiffany and Kamal was dating now, She know now. Did she know now? Now, this is the thing. Why don't anyone recall? I think Tiffany baby was about 1 or 2, and they were standing in church. And Tiffany said, "I want to thank my boyfriend Kamal for being a good father to my daughter, Justice." Have y'all seen that clip? Do y'all remember that? That was at least three years ago. At least. She was in a public forum and she said, "This my man." I didn't understand why we still was like, and she got a married boyfriend. Well, I guess he's going through a divorce, so he's technically still married. But I was just like, okay, you know what I mean? Like, what this have to do with the warrant list, though? that's what. That's all I'm saying. What is that doing? What that got to do with the warrant list? Okay. So, y'all, this is all very interesting when we look at it. Even when we look at how stuff never get closed up. Never gets closed up. Like I said, I wasn't there. I don't know what happened, but I know one thing, the allegations are never ever ever founded so far. Now, that's just what it is. That's what it is. You know, so this was interesting. The allegations never close up. But yeah, I'll find that clip and I'll put it together. But let me know if y'all remember that clip from a long time ago. She was like, I want to see what if Regina gonna say anything tonight. I'm looking for her. Let's hear what they're talking about, the police chief. Like, and you know what's so bad? Did y'all see, again, I keep on going back to this Republican caucus because they actually made sense. Okay. It actually made sense. And the caucus, it's on the Lansing Journal page. They covered the Republican caucus. It was 1 hour before our caucus. So I just want to show you guys. This little meeting was kind of juicy, though. I was like, okay. Quigley was spilling tea. Kamal set the record straight. He said, "Since y'all want to tell my business," Kamal said, "Since you want to tell my business, I'ma tell it for you." I said, "This is why I needed a super duper camera, you guys." Okay, so I never thought that was gonna happen. Okay, so I thought it was gonna be the same people talk, you know, Keith Price, Michael Smith. I thought it was gonna be that. Then she had all those people on stage. I said, okay. And that's a lot for Tiffany because people are scared to support her. Okay, so look at how look at it. This the Republican caucus in Thornton Township. That's the Republican uh committee man chief.
Prefer to nominate by slate.
Look at the rules.
Would prefer to nominate individually.
Okay, now look. Delegates can choose to present nominees as a slate or as an individual. Candidates for each position. Shout out to Melanie for giving us some. We can just see how it's supposed to go.
One person, okay. We will take a voice vote on that then.
A voice vote. Y'all, I encourage you to watch this.
For the Thornton Township Republican Party, for supervisor, nominate Richard Nolan. For trustees, nominate David Barnes, Kesha Richardson, Jeffrey Coleman, Carl Dombrowski, and for highway commissioner, Tim Dion.
So we go over to the this is a Democratic caucus. Now we go over to Freaknik, Thornton Township, 94. And this how the Democratic caucus. Oh, you can't make this up. We look so, I have to say it. We look so, we look bad. I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna let y'all use that. It don't look right. It don't look right. So, and you know what? I think, let's see. Let's just fast forward and see. I'll go to reality check video. Sorry, guys. Oh my gosh. We go from there to the Democratic caucus, and it's a pizza party. It's people screaming na 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 na. All this was planned. And it was almost like they needed the people to hate Tiffany. They needed the people to hate Tiffany and to get this clickbait. Because this is a clear party. This is not a normal caucus or meeting. This is a whole dinner happening on beforehand. And they sort of needed this action. This was great press for more people to say they don't like her and all of that stuff. But what also for them, but what also I think what made them look bad. This is crazy. This is crazy. Look at this. This is crazy. Right, JB, I didn't want to say it. You know, I'm like, you ain't gonna use I can't say it. Oh, it was bad, JB. Dave's channel, what's up? Look at this. Look at what's going on. But this is what I want people to know the pattern. You see how Tiffany walked in there standing by herself? Y'all see how I go where I go and go tape and do what I gotta do, run through here? Very demure. I don't bother nobody. Very mindful. Don't need a big crowd. Don't need 1,000 people to gang up on anyone. You know, very demure, very mindful. Hit the like button, guys. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I've been talking this whole time, y'all. Okay, so right here, what I was saying, like that, I said, you see, did y'all hear me say, you see how Tiffany walked up there? And I said, very demure. She was trying to get in there. I said, that's how I be when I'm moving around. I be like, I'm very mindful, very demure. I don't cause a ruckus. But she was causing a ruckus. But I mean, no, it was really cool. Right here, this whole thing, this is not like it looks like in the Republican caucus. Business was not handled. People were not heard. She's on the floor nominating herself. point blank period. What if they would have just said, okay, we accept your nomination, and they still would have nominated and chosen Napoleon? Still, you followed the rules. This, I think, opened her up for a lawsuit. I think Napoleon was ill advised. I think they advised him the wrong way, for sure. Oh yeah, that man said it on the speakerphone that this was the plan. Now look! You see how he was about to move her up out of there? So he told her to remove her, and Bert was like, "Look, Bert." Tiffany spoke on that today. Bert was like, "You might not want to do that. You might not want to do that." Look, he was walking to remove. If he would have removed Tiffany out that meeting, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, it would have been something to say. Y'all, oh my time. I gotta get up out of here. I will see you guys soon. I'm supposed to go out in a little bit, so I'll talk to you in a little bit. I gotta go. I appreciate you. And like the stream, subscribe. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.